Hey y'all, it's Graham. I'm just doing an update. I'm feeling so much better today. Been feeling like crap all week, and I think taking the day off yesterday and just doing a bunch of nothing was like exactly what the doctor ordered. Cause I'm not perfect, I'm not 100%, but I'm I don't know, 85 maybe. I'm much better than I was. So thanks for all your emails and whatnot, and wishes for me to get over this cold and everything soon. So my exciting news for today is that I got my name changed. Yay! So that's cool. I'm super excited. Um, so yeah, doing all the paperwork was way more difficult than actually, going in there today and getting it done. Um, so yeah, it worked out really well. Went there, and my court time was at like 11 o'clock. Got there early, found parking. Sorry, I'm adjusting my monitor here a little bit. I've got this stacked up on a laundry basket, so it's kind of precarious. Um, so yeah, it's cool. Um, so it was good. I got there early, found parking, got in there, and all my documents were in order. And a really cool thing happened. There's another guy on YouTube that I've been emailing with a little bit, and he's given me some other resources for groups and stuff here in the Bay Area. And I saw him, and so that was cool. We both ended up having the same day to get our name change. So it was good. So a shout out to Owen, and it was good to meet you and to meet your partner as well. And congratulations on your name change. And like I said, we should email or something and get coffee. So, so yeah, that was a pleasant surprise to meet him, and we didn't get to talk too much because we're in the courtroom and it was quiet, but that was pretty cool. The actual name change, courtroom thing went by really fast. There was it was a full courtroom. I mean, it was a small one, but there was a lot of people there, and it was kind of funny. It was like the judge would call you up, and basically would say your name. Like at least for me, he said the name that I wanted to go into. So he was like Graham Lee Thomas, and which I thought was really cool because I was kind of a little anxious about that. I didn't want him to call out, like my given name and then have it just be really awkward. So he was super cool and was basically, like using the name that you prefer to go by. So he called you up there, and then he'd be like, "All right, congratulations, now you're Graham Lee Thomas legally. I've signed on this." And then you'd go sit down. I mean, the entire time that you were up in front of the judge was like 30 seconds, if that. So yeah, he'd sign off on it. You'd go sit down, and then when he had signed off on everything, they made the official copies and sent us on our way. And I didn't actually think about it. I should have brought my checkbook, but for y'all that are in the process of getting a name change, you do have to pay for the certified copies of it. What they give you in the court is not a certified copy; it's just a copy. It doesn't have like the little emboss seal on it. So at least here, that's $15 a copy. So I went ahead and got four, and I just thought, if I'm thinking about it, if I change my birth certificate, uh, Department of Motor Vehicles, banking statements, all that kind of stuff that you've got to do, a Social Security card. And for me, I'm thinking about I may have to change my birth certificate because I need to update my passport. And I know you have to have your birth certificate to get a passport. So I have one right now under my own name, and it doesn't expire till 2010. But the next time, I like to travel, so it'd be much easier if it actually matched. So I'll probably end up changing that at some point. So it actually worked out because the court I was going to was in the post office, which is kind of funny. It's like this big post office on the first floor, and then second floor are like legal courtroom offices. So I just went downstairs and could get a money order. So that worked out just as well. So yeah, I'm all official. I have a document saying that my name is officially Graham Lee Thomas, so I'm super psyched about that. So now I got to go through the paperwork of getting all my other IDs and everything to match up. And as much as I would like to just run and go do that, I'm going to wait a couple of weeks. The reason being is that I'm going to Vancouver, leaving on the 25th, the day right after I end the current job that I'm in, and taking a week off in between jobs, and we're actually going to fly from Oakland to Seattle, and then we've never been to Seattle, so we're going to spend a couple days there. Then we're going to rent a car, take the ferry to Victoria, spend some time there, and then ferry and go into Vancouver. So since going into Canada, you need your passport, I don't want to rush and get stuff changed, in the next week or so, because it won't all match. Because when we bought the plane tickets, I had to go by my name that was on my, driver's license and whatever. So I'm gonna wait a couple weeks before I start everything rolling on changing my IDs and whatnot, just because of that trip. As much as I want to get it done, I don't think that it sounds like a lot of fun to have to deal with flying, and dealing with going into another country, and driving into Canada and dealing with border patrol and having names be different doesn't sound like fun to me. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on for me in my day. But thank you all to everybody for your emails and support, and like I said, well wishes on getting over this stupid cold. So that's the big news. The other stuff, let's see. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll have some thoughts on this. Sorry. Like I said, I've got, I'm ending this job that I'm at the college on the 24th and gave my notice there because I got a promotion, and I'm going back to Rubicon, which is the organization I worked for the last couple of years. And so when I worked there, I went by Graham, but the pronoun I used was she. And I think, I was just testing the water, so to speak. I mean, I did the name thing and going by a different name and just kind of easing into being okay with identifying as trans. So going back into this, a lot of the folks are still there that I worked with, and it's like I've got to get them on board with the pronoun thing again. So I was trying to think about how to do that, and I'm going to talk to the HR person and then talk to the director there, who will be my boss, and kind of strategize. I mean, they're all super cool. I can't imagine that this is going to squeak them out too much, but they're used to saying she, so I'm going to have to do a little education. And I was thinking, I mean, it's a big organization. They've got like 3 different career centers that they run, plus a different site, like 4 different sites, 3 career centers, and 1 that's like more behavioral health, substance abuse, mental health kind of stuff. So there's like 200 and some people that work for this agency, and I can't be like telling everybody at one time, or singly. So I guess what I'm gonna do maybe is hopefully like send out an email and just say, I'm very excited to be back. Thank you for welcoming me back here. I look forward to my new role, and in that, I want to make sure that everyone is aware that, and then kind of maybe do it through email. It seems really impersonal, but when there are that many people to kind of get on board, I think that it might be the smarter choice. So that's what I'm thinking about. So for any of you that have transitioned on work or thinking about that, if you have any input on doing it that way, I'd appreciate any feedback that you have, thoughts, concerns, positive or negative. That'd be kind of good. So yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. So, okay, yeah, lots of good news. So it's Friday. I hope you all have a good weekend. I'm going to go and see Harry Potter tonight and, get out of the house a little bit. So that'll be a good thing. And then, like I said, the other email or other video, Laura's birthday was Wednesday, but I was sick and it was crappy. So we're going to celebrate tomorrow and go hang out. So I hope that you all have a very good weekend, and thanks again for all your support. Later.